Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, it's Drake, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Running from the shotgun with Drake. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 19 yards the pickup there, move the chains.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cardinals.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson dancing to his left. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. On first down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and now it's 3rd down.
Look, there is a certainty in this game. We know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Green 80! Check! Alert! Come on! Green 80!
Penny, the first down carry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He wants it all for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Cardinals. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Open man is Gordon, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Penny, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And an excellent gain, 35 yards. They go back to the ground now with Penny. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pick the edge. Go.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
14.
To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. That one 28 yards on the ground. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And the Seahawks have picked it up. 20, 10, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray is going to fire one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Drake. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And able to find Kirk complete. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Murray. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. First down, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll run with Drake. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
What you got, baby? Give me some. Give me some. Mike 14. Mike 14.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson able to get this to Gordon. Had a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. This one caught by Isabella. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Bird to return. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive.
Now Drake loses the football. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 43. Switch. Switch.
They run it with Carson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Flush to his right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Here's Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He's going to look deep for more. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a handoff for Drake, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona 1st. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
That also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like, you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Well, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Now Crosby for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw on 3rd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On the toss play, this is Drake. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 22-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 2.